the Femina Integratia Fashion First virtual event. I'm Ruchika Mehta, the editor of Femina magazine, and today I have a very special guest and a dear friend, Aditi Rao Haidari, the gorgeous and even more talented actress who's here with us to share some stunning I literally have to say her stunning beauty secrets and her fashion style and sense. Hi, Aditi. Welcome to our platform today. Thank you for being with us.
Hi, I'm so happy to see you as usual.
Likewise, always a pleasure. Like I said, you've always been and will remain one of my favorites. So we are, in
How have you
fact,
been?
I've been well. You tell me,
Hmm.
been all well and safe, survived the
Yes,
lockdown.
good, yeah. Happy to
I
get back to work slowly.
I hear all of you have. I think things are normalizing and it's great to see life picking back again.
Yeah, right?
Absolutely, absolutely. We all have been totally waiting for this. So, Aditi, I'm going to start this conversation because I know it's going to be effortless, it's going to be fun, and it's going to be something we don't want to end. So, when I say effortless, my conversations are going to be as effortless as your style of fashion, as your sense of style, what you say, fluid, effortless, absolutely natural, and still so gorgeous. Tell us, how do you slip into the simplest of kurta pajama or just a basic salwar kameez and still stand out from afar? What is it about that, Aditi? How does she manage to do that?
First of all, thank you, Ruchika. I think that you say all these things because you're just biased and because you know me and you're fond of me. So I think that rubs off onto all this. But no, I that's a very big compliment because I've always felt that like about fashion and clothes and stuff like that. And I've also learned over the years of working in the industry and working with magazines and doing covers and stuff like that, I've realized that it's so important to just be yourself. And when I say be yourself, like, see, we all have an aesthetic. Like we all like certain things, and I feel that it's whatever anybody might say, it's so important to be true to that. Um, because tomorrow somebody will tell me and I remember this has actually happened to me like when I started. I am a kind of I am tiny. A lot of clothes don't always fit me. I need to wear very high heels, etc. But I used to always find this pressure where people used to say, you know um, you should be more glamorous and you should wear heels more often because you're petite and things like that. And there was this pressure to be a glamazon, and
Uh,
I always felt that that wasn't really me. And I feel like there was something that was natural to me, and the day that I was able to like just accept that and be comfortable with that. And I give a lot of credit to Sanam, who styles me, Elton, who I work with a lot, and all the teams that I work with, who recognize that in me and just made me feel confident and comfortable with who I am. And it's also just growing up, where you
Absolutely.
realize that it's just so important to be you. And at the same time, have fun, with everything that is at your disposal. Like, people give you such beautiful clothes to wear. So not just be like, I'll only wear this is me. But I feel like to me, like, fashion feels like a playground where, you like certain things, but you also push your boundaries. You also try to do something different, etc., etc. And I think it's basically that, just be yourself. So like today, when I was actually out, I was running errands because I'm leaving for shoot soon. And I came back home, and I came back home literally 15 minutes before I had to get on camera. And I had, like, about half an hour ago, I had oil in my hair. And I was like, shit, I have to get this oil out of my hair. And then I was like, no, it's fine. I'll just tie it in a tight bun if I don't have time, and it'll be
Absolutely.
fine. I'll work it. It's okay. And I think that if you are comfortable with that, of course I did have time to wash my hair, but I feel that if you are comfortable with it, what is wrong with, you know, a regular day when you have oil in your hair? You can still make it look good,
You can.
and be comfortable with it. Yeah. So yeah, and I came home, and literally 15 minutes, I was like, I'm not going to change my sweatshirt. It's fine. Why should, like, it's okay. So yeah. So I think it's so to me, it's very important to be effortless and to not, I don't want, people to feel like this is completely unattainable or unreachable. I want to be able to connect with people, and I want people to feel like I'm theirs. And that's so even in fashion, however much I might love dressing up, etc., etc. But I like it to look effortless. I like to be able to connect with people and not, feel like some, oh my God, what is this? I'll
Touch
never
me
be able
not.
to, yeah.
Uh,
Yeah. And anyway, people have that perception of me. So I don't like, I like to just be relaxed about it, and yeah.
but that's very naturally, it comes out very naturally in your persona. You exude that very genuineness, and that very in your skin kind of or you've always been very natural in your whole look. And even the sweatshirt that you're wearing, by the way, is very trendy, because caricatures are very trendy, from
I love
Armani
it.
to Dolce Gabbana. Everybody's
Yeah,
done
it's
these
so cute.
caricature. Yeah, yeah. These are my favorite Zara t-shirts and my Zara swearies, like they call you. Uh, Aditi, you have been born and brought up in one of the most culturally rich cities, and you come from a very culturally rich family, where from both sides there was a touch of royalty, as well as a lot of culture in terms of clothes and everything. Uh, so Indian clothes come very naturally to you. You kind of look probably outstanding and stunning, from a salwar kameez to a sari to a lehenga to a Maharashtrian look, to anything. And of course, Padmavati was something else. I mean, we saw those stunning outfits. So, how much of the culture was imbibed in you while growing out? And whenever you thought you're going to go out and be an actress in the world, wasn't just being glamorous important at that point of time? And when
Mm.
I say for a growing up girl of your age, was it like being Western, and when the world was westernizing, India was westernizing, wasn't just wearing the best Western clothes ever a part of you? I mean, important to you?
So, honestly, before I joined the industry, I always wore a mix of a lot of things. And I've been dancing since I was 5, and my teacher Leela Sampson was very particular that even as like 10, 11 year olds, we would wear, when you practice dance, you wear this thing called, it's called a half sari. And you wear that and you dance. And sometimes we used to go to Kalakshetra and we used to, rehearse there. And she was very particular that we, mm, we we wore our half saris. We learned how to tie saris. So I learned how to tie a sari when I was very young, before my teens even.
Wow.
And my mother, my grandmother, they all wore saris, and they still wear saris, and they were they were very much handloom wearers. So I have grown up with seeing the most beautiful textile around me, seeing the most beautiful saris, seeing a lot of traditional jewelry. So I think naturally I grew up loving that, and feeling like it was really beautiful and something to be very proud of. And I remember that when I joined the industry, there was a period where that was around like 2011, I would say, when I were 2010, 2011, when I came to Bombay, and fashion was very different. There was the kind of materials that people were wearing, the kind of gowns, the kind of saris. They were very different. And I feel like when, over time, like in these last, whatever, 9 years or whatever it is, 9 years, yeah. My
Time's
math is
flown. Yeah.
evidently terrible.
No,
Uh,
time has flown by.
but in these last 9 years, I feel like there has been so much pride in Indian handicraft, textile, and it's all come back. And so I feel like everything that I grew up with is now fashionable again. And
Yeah.
of course, fashion matters to me. I am like any other girl. I like to, you know, I like to wear beautiful things. I like to wear trendy things. But at the same time, I don't always, I'm not a slave to a trend, because I feel like, and I can say this very confidently, because I feel like if something doesn't suit me or doesn't work for me, if I don't like it aesthetically, nothing can convince me to wear it, not even Sanam, you
Wow.
know. And I'm very particular, and I feel like I've always been very proud of Indian,
Indian.
the Indian aesthetic. Very proud of it. Having said that,
That's
I also wear this.
absolutely.
And every day you will see me in clothes like this. I will be in my shorts and my ganjis and my sweatshirts and my track pants. And in
All
fact,
that.
like so often when people see me out and about, I don't wear makeup, and they always like, you look like Aditi Rao Hydari, and I'm like, I don't know what to say to them. And then they figure it's me, and they're like, but you're so simple. And I'm like, I don't know.
That,
But that's just me. I think that's that. Like, I love the whole, mm, like, okay, whatever you may want to call it. I don't know that. Like, I love heirlooms. I love that whole regal, beautiful vibe. But at the same time, I like it to look effortless. And at the same time, I also like my, whatever, my oversized sweatshirts and my t-shirts and whatever. Yeah. I mean, I think you get what I'm saying.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. But
Yeah.
this is what makes you so natural in whatever you wear and dress. Coming to heirlooms and coming to textiles, you've said a lot about textiles. We've seen you wear a lot of textiles and you carry it with a lot of pride, like you just said. That's a great thing. Which is your favorite weave?
Weave or kind of sari?
A weave or sari? Okay, let's say a kind of sari, like a
That's a very,
paithani.
no, I'm like, okay, I'll tell you what the kind of textile that I really like.
Yeah.
Like, I love Gajji silk.
Oh, lovely.
And oh my God, it's so beautiful.
Yeah.
And I love mushroom. Then I love ajrak. These are things that, they're really, really beautiful. And I'm very partial to them also because they have a very beautiful fall. And I remember when I was shooting Padmavat, I used to really feel like it was true luxury. And it was so true to what we were shooting because the linings of my clothes were made out of old mushroom. And I remember
Wow.
Rimple was in my van and I was like, oh my God, you've used the most beautiful mushroom. And she was like, how do you know this is mushroom? And I was like, I don't
Grown
know.
up.
I just know it's mushroom. So
Mm.
it's like I really love textile. Then the kind of saris that I like, I would say, I really like, you know, even though I don't wear them a lot, but I just love them. Bengali cotton, the Bengali Tankail saris
Yeah,
they call,
yeah.
just the regular everyday
Regular
Bengali
one.
cotton.
Yeah.
Oh my God, the way they
Crisp and
drape
nice.
on
Yeah.
no, in fact, de-starched. When people wear them
Oh,
every day, they have this, they're just so soft, and the way they literally caress the body is so sensuous and so beautiful. So I love that. Uh, I also really, really like Kanjivarams,
mm.
but old Kanjivarams.
Oh,
Like, so Kanjivarams from my grandmother's cupboard, which are like, so they've worn, so they've become like really soft and they have this beautiful fall. I love Banarsis. I mean, there's so many kinds of saris that I like. And my mother literally wears, like, my mother has really, really beautiful sarees. There's even in like Andhra, Telangana, there's some incredible Venkatgiris and Gadwals, and they're so beautiful. I really, really like them.
I
There's
have to
one thing
give it
called a
to you.
Telia Rumal, with which I think, I don't know, a lot of people don't even, maybe don't know. They're so beautiful that it's really stunning. Yeah.
I have to give it to you on your knowledge about textiles and weaves and the different regions. But but Aditi, I have to share this little anecdote on our experience of a shoot and how knowledgeable you are about coming from the Vanity Van, if you remember, how knowledgeable you are about even the style of tying a sari. So, for all my viewers, this
Oh,
is a little
yeah.
anecdote. We were shooting gorgeous Aditi for a cover shoot where she was a muse to Raja Ravi Verma. So you can imagine how specialized that look was. And I had a team of stylists around me who were trying right, left, up, down to get that sari look right, which is exactly what was the signature style of Raja Ravi Verma's muse. And all of us failed. It took Aditi less than 3 minutes to say, okay, guys, can I just do it? And she did it eyes closed, exactly what she is, effortlessly. We were all, our jaws fell. We didn't know what to say. That it is such a specialized Maharashtrian, not even a Maharashtrian, rather a very South Indian style of sari tying, and this one
Yeah.
he knew it exactly. So that's an anecdote I must share with you to know how much he knows about saris, about weaves, and how proud and how happy we were to see that. If you
That's
remember this
so
too,
sweet. I do remember, and I
the
didn't
vanity
realize that.
man.
Yeah, but I didn't realize that you were impressed with this because, like, again, to me, it's normal, right? Because
Yeah,
my teacher Leelaka, she used to always tell us that if there's no dance costume available, you should learn how to drape a sari, and she used to do it. And she like we used to watch her and we used to learn. So there's so many ways to drape, you know. So like I
absolutely.
don't know many, but I know a few. So yeah, so to me it's like normal. I learned it when I was growing up, but like I guess a lot of people around me might not. Yeah,
It
no,
left us
yeah.
impressed, let me say that.
I'm so happy to hear that.
Coming back to heirlooms, we've always noticed that you have this very innate sense of kind of chunking it up with beautiful heirloom jewelry. You'll wear something very plain and simple, but there will be that one stark, gorgeous piece of either those kundans or polkis or the South Indian gold, temple jewelry or something. Uh, Again, are you fond of jewelry? Is it in the family? Because you wear some very
Love.
beautiful jewelry.
I
And and
love
so
jewelry.
out of the ordinary. It isn't the regular jewelry that you wear. We all know is that.
I love jewelry. It's really silly and strange. I don't wear it every day. But that's also because I dress like this every day, so I rarely wear any jewelry. But if I'm wearing something Indian, then I will 100% wear jewelry, and I just love it. But I never like I don't wear a lot. So
Right.
I'll have either one choker or one big pair of earrings or just a matha patti. I remember I was doing a show for Jayanti Reddy, and she's also from Hyderabad. And so she had this lovely lehenga for me, and there was lots of jewelry. And I just picked up, even as a kid, I used to always pick up jewelry and put it on my head. I love headpieces,
Matapattis.
matha pattis, yeah, and the full matha patti. That also
Right.
even in
Yeah.
dance, I used to
Yeah.
always wear the full matha patti. It's called tale saman in Tamil, and so I picked up that and I was like, can I just wear this? And she was like, just that. So I was like, yeah. And she was like, okay, because she also like has a similar aesthetic. And I just like literally, I'll just wear that one piece of jewelry and I would just want that, that to stand out. Or yeah, I don't want the jewelry to wear me. Like I don't want the clothes to wear me. I want to wear them.
Right.
So,
Good.
so
Good.
yeah, but I love jewelry and I I can like and quite often if somebody asks me to pick jewelry, never ask me to pick jewelry because it'll possibly look the simplest, but it'll possibly be the most expensive of the lot that is over there.
Wow.
And I
And
remember
most
our
effective.
I remember our family jeweler when I was quite little called my grandfather and told him this. He said that your grandchild has very good taste.
Because she's picking up the most expensive piece. It made him some money.
Yeah.
Okay, coming back to heirlooms again, what is your most precious hand-me-down from your mom or your grandmom? What is the most precious heirloom piece in your wardrobe?
It would be from my great grandmother, actually. So I got it. It was given to me by my grandfather when I was 12, 13, actually, and it belonged to her. It was actually a bigger piece, and a part of it was like made like for me, and it's very delicate and it's very pretty, and so yeah, I love that piece. It's very typical Hyderabadi. It's got basra pearls and it's got uncut stones and but it's very delicate.
Right.
Like even a 13, 14-year-old, if I was going to a family wedding, I could wear that. So it's that kind of piece, but I'm the same size. I didn't grow any taller post 13. So yeah, I still wear that. Yeah.
Great. That's another one. And what is Aditi's dress down day? What is just a regular dress down, along with a oiled hair and a bun?
It's basically, I was in this today, in
We would have loved
sneakers.
you in that also.
Yeah, I actually, maybe I should have. But I just figured that the next 2, 3 days, I have like so many places to be at. So I was just like, I might as well wash my hair. I won't have time after this. But yeah, in lockdown especially, I've been very good with oiling my hair and all these gharelu nuskas, which I don't get to do usually. But otherwise, it's what is it? I'm in like track pants and a sweatshirt or a tee or shorts.
Nice.
Or like, yeah, I dress very simple. I can get like, nobody believes me, but I have had people time me because they don't believe me. And I have literally gotten out of the house from being in my pajamas in like under 10 minutes, like seven and
Wow.
a half minutes or so, whatever. I can't remember the exact time, but it was under because I was like, I would give me 10 minutes, and they were like, yeah, right. I was like, just give me 10 minutes.
And you were out in 10 minutes.
Yeah.
And what would be your dress up then? What's the glam quotient?
My dress up would be many things. I mean, it could be anything. It depends on the occasion, but like I said, I love Indian, so it would be like say an anarkali or a sharara gharara is one of those, or a sari. I don't wear saris very often. I wish I did. Yeah, maybe I think I spent a lot of my like growing up years in saris because I used to dance. So
Right.
now I'm just like, I can't. But yeah, so it would be a sari, sharara gharara, anarkali, or it would be like a really cool jumpsuit or a pantsuit.
Yeah.
I mean, if you want really dressed up, then a gown, but that's very rare in
Very
lockdown.
dead, yeah.
Yeah,
And
it could be anything, or like a nice flowy dress, like a very really chill dress. That could also be dress up for me. Yeah.
you could carry off anything. And we've also seen this beautiful Aditi in a lovely, just her denim culottes, and then there's a lovely white shirt with just plain chappals, and she's walking around the street. There is that Aditi also that we've seen,
Yeah.
which I think denims are a big favorite with you.
I love anything denim. I love it. I have to stop buying like jeans because now I literally have no space. But I
I
love
can
denim,
see.
and I love white. Like
Yes,
you give me white anything, and I'm like ready to wear it.
I
Yeah,
know.
and I feel like that classic like denims and a white tee, denims and a white ganji, denims and a white shirt. It's just so nice. I mean, you just don't have to do anything. And hair tied back. Nobody needs to know it's oiled. In fact, if I didn't tell you my hair was oiled, you wouldn't even have known. You would have probably thought I
So
sat and styled it and put gel or something. So
you
yeah.
no, that's nice. And do you have a style icon? Have you? I mean, you don't. It's not about emulating one, but who do you find stylish? Let me put it that way.
So I've always loved like someone say like if I were to go like very retro and vintage, then I would say like Audrey Hepburn,
Yeah,
Maharani Gayatri Devi, down south and MS Subbalakshmi. These are
yeah,
people who like they're also beautiful and also so like timeless, you know. So I love timeless kind of fashion or style. And then if I were to sort of about the way that I dress every day and today and for say a lot of events or whatever, then I would say like people like Kendall or like I really I stalk them on Instagram. I love the way they dress. It's so
cool.
effortless. It's also very
Exactly.
effortless, you know, but
Exactly.
it's
Yeah.
so cool. It's
Yes. Very
sharp,
cool.
but it's cool and it's very effortless. There's something so like amazing about the way they dress. Yeah.
And how do you define cool? What's cool for you? Denims and white shirt?
Anything that's effortless, yeah. It doesn't have to be in fashion. Like I think if you wear it effortlessly and you
Yeah.
look like comfortable and beautiful in it, then it's cool for me.
I think it's whatever you can just slip into easily and still
Yeah,
enjoy wearing it.
exactly.
That's what
It's
you're
that under
talking
10 minute dressing for me. If like in under 10 minutes I can be out of the house and feel it's about feeling beautiful, you know, whether 10 people say it or two, you have to feel it. And I think when you feel it like from within you, when you feel good and you feel happy and you feel beautiful, then that's all you really need. Yeah. I think then people also maybe see it. I
Of
guess. I don't
course,
know.
they notice it. Let me tell you that they
Yeah,
do
maybe.
notice that. They do
Maybe.
notice that. Uh, that one or two wardrobe essentials for you.
Denim. and a
Obviously.
really well fitted blouse. I think that there are such few good, like, there's so few good blouses. Blouses aren't really always made very well. But a well fitted blouse, you can like hit any sari out of the park. And like I grew up with a mother and a grandmother who always mismatched their saris and blouses. And as a kid, I used to be deeply harrowed by them. And then and my mother used to always say, but it's cool, but it's cool. And she used to wear some blouse with some sari. And now I realize that she was such a rock star. And even today she does the same thing. And now Sabya and all do stuff like that. And it's really cool. And now we realize it's cool. But when I was a kid, all the mothers were matching their blouses exactly. And my mom was picking up any stripe, chevron, something and wearing it with any sari. And now I realize how cool. So today I'm
And now it's trendy. It's become a
yeah,
trend. I mean, the more
yeah.
mismatched you are, the more cool you are. Like to say
Exactly,
the
right? And
quirkiness,
print on print and
yeah,
just
and the
yeah,
quirkiness with it.
exactly. Yeah.
Great. Uh, what is the final fashion destination for Aditi? And that's also
You
my
know,
final question.
I've never been to Milan and I
Yeah,
really want to go. And I think that's a really fashionable place. Then also classically it's Paris and Tokyo is really fashionable as well. Like
it is
every single person on the street is
picture perfect.
devastatingly fashionable, yeah.
Picture
But
perfect.
it's very picture perfect. But I feel like somewhere like Milan would be more cool, chill.
House of
Yeah.
fashion. House of fashion.
Yeah. And
And
also London. I love London. Like London street fashion is also really, I like that. I like that
the
sort of
high
very
street
dressed
fashion is
down
very
high
cool.
street fashion.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So many
And
places.
thank you so much, Aditi. That it was absolutely fabulous chatting with you. I mean, there is always so much freshness that comes out when we chat with you. I have learned about half a dozen new weaves today. So I'm going to quickly go back and make a note before I forget them. And so I know you're my encyclopedia for Indian textiles whenever I need to
No,
research
I'm
or
really
any
not. I
question.
just know possibly more than my contemporaries in the film industry.
Isn't that
Maybe.
so?
That also I don't know.
Isn't that
But
so
yeah,
refreshing?
I don't know.
Well, it was, thank you so much. We do hope you stay safe. Continue
Thank
to
you.
look beautiful and effortless and instinctive, like this
Thank
quick
you.
sweatshirt and a quick hair blow. And we will catch you soon. Thank you,
Thank
everyone.
you.
Thank you,
Thank you,
everyone.
Ruchika.
Thank you, Aditi. Love you. Stay safe.
Big
Thank you,
hug.
viewers. Big hug to you. Thank you, viewers, for watching us. Continue watching this on Femina.in, and there's so much more coming in this fabulous fashion festival. See you soon.
Bye.
Thanks.